The spirit of intimacy is it's raw, it's unedited, and it's open. So it's about seeing and feeling and breathing, and it's like there's intimacy on different levels. There's soul intimacy, there's conscious intimacy of consciousness and mind, where intimate minds meet, sharing intimate concepts and ideas. And there's the intimacy of the body, where two bodies talk and two bodies merge, and or more bodies. The body has its own intimacy and its own language and its own knowing, different from our minds. The heart also has its own knowing and its own wisdom. And so I feel like really the spirit of intimacy is getting our minds to a place where we give permission for our hearts and our souls and our bodies to be present and be open, so that others can feel us, can see us, can experience us closely and authentically. So it's the openness, and then also being willing to communicate and broadcast who we are as energy beings, who we are as love, who we are as a physical manifestation, and who we are as souls. Like, how do we support consciousness to support intimacy? And of course, it's the contraction, it's the fear that closes intimacy down because we don't feel safe. So learning to be safe in ourselves and learning to have deep trust in ourselves and deep discernment and intuition all adds to the ability to have amazing intimacy. Clearing the backlog of trauma, of hurt, of pain, of suffering, the things that are held unconsciously in the heart, in the body, maybe even memories. So if we can bring love to those places that are in fear and in contraction, we can dissolve those blocks. But then what happens is those blocks to intimacy, the places where we've created blocks or boundaries to keep ourselves safe because we don't feel safe. If we can bring ourselves safety and radiate and shine, then we can start to have more intimacy. And of course, with more intimacy, there becomes more levels and more layers of peeling away the trauma. It just goes deeper and deeper. How deep can you go? How deep can we have intimacy? It's not about time spent with someone. It's not about how many lovers you have or don't have or anything. It's really about how deep are you willing to go in your own internal relationship, and how deep are you willing to be seen? How deep are you willing to see? Or as you start seeing deeply, do you turn away in fear, or turn away in judgment, or turn away in distraction? Because rather than really feeling who's before you, maybe you have a story going. So many facets to intimacy.